Back in 2010, Reba McEntire and Taylor Swift attended the CMT Music Awards in Nashville, Tennessee, and were seated next to each other. Both stars looked gorgeous at the event. In particular, their hairstyles were on point. This was back when Swift was rocking pin-straight blonde hair in between her Fearless and Speak Now eras. Meanwhile, McEntire's always flawless red curls looked even more beautiful thanks to her bright green dress. The Happy's Place star has continued to expand her country catalog in the years following this photo. Meanwhile, Swift evolved into a total pop phenomenon, with her 1989 album solidifying her crossover status in 2014. Even still, maybe a country duet could be in the cards for these two down the line. Never say never. Both stars were up for Female Vocalist of the Year this night at the 2010 CMT Music Awards, which Miranda Lambert ultimately won. During the show itself, McEntire performed If I Were a Boy, while Swift sang Back to December from her Speak Now album. In 2023, McEntire and her fellow voice coaches joined forces to give Swift a very special message in honor of her 34th birthday. Season 24 coaches Niall Horan, Gwen Stefani, and John Legend all contributed to the insanely sweet TikTok, which fans can relive here. McEntire stole the show in this TikTok by performing her own Reba-fied version of the Happy Birthday song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Taylor Swift, you little rascal you, she sang. Longtime viewers know that Swift has made an impact on The Voice, memorably appearing in Season 7 as an advisor during the Knockouts, and then again in Season 17 as Kelly Clarkson's Knockouts mega mentor. Taylor is a wonderful artist, strong role model, and has done so much good for so many people in the music industry. McEntire wrote on Instagram in 2024, "There are photographs that make headlines, and then there are photographs that define eras. The internet came to a screeching halt when one particular image surfaced, an effortlessly glamorous snapshot of country legend Reba McEntire sitting shoulder to shoulder with global pop phenomenon Taylor Swift. The photo wasn't staged, it wasn't glammed out with a red carpet or a ring light, but it had something even more magnetic. Two queens of music in one frame, their hair cascading like living tributes to artistry, legacy, and unapologetic femininity. In a sea of staged celebrity images, this candid moment felt like lightning in a bottle. Fans didn't just see two music icons. They saw the winners of the unofficial but fiercely competitive Hair Olympics. Every strand was curled, flipped, waved, or teased into position with the kind of perfection that can't be taught, it has to be lived. And let's be honest, if hair could talk, Reba's and Taylor's would be giving acceptance speeches and thanking their glam squads. Reba McEntire has worn many crowns over the years: Queen of Country, sitcom sweetheart, Broadway star, but none more powerful than the one built into her iconic fiery red mane. That hair isn't just styled, it's sculpted. It's layered history. It's Oklahoma-born rebellion spun into auburn silk. Through the decades, her hair has evolved from 80s volume warfare to a modern, tousled elegance that still whispers, "Don't mess with Texas," or Tennessee for that matter. And then there's Taylor Swift. Blonde, graceful, and calculated in every aesthetic move. Taylor's hair is the physical manifestation of her eras. From the long curls of her Nashville debut to the sleek, sharp bob of her Reputation era, she's always used her locks like brushstrokes on a canvas of reinvention. But in this photo, she's chosen a middle ground, a delicate, loosely curled style that suggests she's come home to herself. It's soft, mature, and untouchably elegant. Side by side, Reba and Taylor don't just sit, they reign. The photo was taken backstage at an awards ceremony that neither of them was scheduled to perform at. Reba was presenting. Taylor was attending to support a friend, but in a rare moment of backstage stillness, they found themselves sharing a velvet loveseat in a quiet green room lit only by warm sconces and the flicker of camera flashes that would soon follow. What happened next is the stuff of music mythology. A photographer, stunned by the aura of diva meets darling, snapped the moment before either of them could strike a pose. And that's the magic. The photo wasn't posed, it just happened. Taylor, dressed in a minimalist champagne gown, was mid-laugh, her hair catching the light like golden thread. Reba sat next to her in a bedazzled emerald pantsuit, all confidence and grace, her hair standing proudly as a crown that's weathered storms and encores alike. The photograph exploded online within hours, and so began the great debate. Did Reba and Taylor just win the Hair Olympics? It's not official, of course. You won't find it on NBC. But among fans of fashion, beauty, and celebrity lore, the Hair Olympics are very real. It's that unspoken competition waged in dressing rooms, tour buses, and red carpets across the world. The medals aren't made of gold. They're made of bobby pins, hot rollers, and Instagram likes. To win the Hair Olympics is to achieve the impossible, timeless beauty that looks effortless. And in this photo, Reba and Taylor did just that. They didn't need hair wind machines or glitter gel. They just needed presence. And their hair? It told stories. It whispered of sold-out stadiums and heartbreak ballads, of country roads and Grammy stages. It curled with wisdom and shimmered with youth. It was the co-star in every chapter of their musical legacies. The internet lost its collective mind. Within minutes, Reba and Taylor was trending. Fans dubbed them the hair goddesses, and one user wrote, "If Helen of Troy had a sister, it'd be Taylor Swift in this photo. If Athena had a glam twin, it'd be Reba." Memes followed. So did hair tutorials. Get Reba's look in 5 minutes videos popped up on TikTok, while Swifties flooded Pinterest with boards titled Taylor's Velvet Waves. But deeper than the beauty and style was a cultural moment, two icons with decades between them, reminding us that greatness transcends age, genre, and hair dye. Beyond the hair and the sparkle, the photo represented something rarely captured: genuine camaraderie. Reba and Taylor have always held a mutual admiration. Reba was one of the first mainstream artists to welcome Taylor into the country scene, and Taylor, for all her evolution, has always tipped her hat, sometimes literally, to the women who paved the way. Sources backstage say the two chatted for nearly 20 minutes about everything from songwriting to stage anxiety to hot tools. One witness described the exchange as a masterclass in humility, legacy, and curling iron preference. They weren't comparing. They were connecting. Both women have made their hair part of their narrative. Reba's bold red waves are practically part of the country music syllabus. They say confidence, boldness, and a thank you next attitude long before Ariana popularized the phrase. Taylor's hair, on the other hand, has been a barometer of her emotional climate. Her Speak Now curls were soft and dreamy, her 1989 straight strands were sleek and empowered, and her recent return to gentle curls has felt like a poetic full-circle moment. Sitting together in that photo, their hair becomes less about fashion and more about evolution. Reba, the battle-tested queen who never had to raise her voice to be heard. Taylor, the lyrical prodigy who turned heartbreak into anthems. Their hair isn't just an accessory. It's armor, and they wore it beautifully. Though the photo might fade from the trending charts, it's now permanently embedded in pop culture's collective memory. It's more than a picture, it's a passing of the torch. It's an invitation to celebrate not just hair, but heritage. Reba, with her decades of trailblazing grit. Taylor, with her ever-changing, ever-growing songbook of self-discovery. They met in a single frame, and it was enough to make the world pause. They reminded us that style is ageless. That beauty doesn't come from youth, but from knowing who you are. And that in the end, the best accessory isn't a diamond earring or a couture dress. It's confidence wrapped in waves and worn with pride. Reba McEntire and Taylor Swift didn't just win the Hair Olympics with that photo. They redefined what it means to show up, gracefully, powerfully, and without apology. They showed us that hair, like music, can carry legacy, that a single candid moment can speak louder than rehearsed interviews. That glamour isn't about chasing trends, but owning your truth. So here's to them, the real winners of the Hair Olympics. May their curls remain iconic, their blowouts remain eternal, and their influence continue to inspire generations to come. And may we all one day sit beside our idols, hair shining, legacy building in a quiet green room somewhere, without even realizing history is being made.